Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some of you, and peace out to the rest of you. Hit the share button because the message is more important than the messenger. So this part 2 was going to be more interesting than what I even thought it would be, because after I uploaded part 1, then the shiganit began in terms of the job. So my old employer decided that since they issued the final exit visa, they were not going to cancel it when my new employer said, hey, look, cancel that so we can transfer it to us, meaning my residency. So my liaison at my old employer was willing to do that. He had no objection, but he was overridden at the last minute. He was overruled. Someone called him into the office and said, listen, we're not going to cancel Black's final exit visa so we can go to this other company. We're not doing that. He has to come back to us. We got a position we can put him in. He's got to come back to us. So my liaison was told to call me and give me the bad news. And the shiganit began. They wanted me to come fly into Riyadh for a meeting. Can I come tomorrow? I said, if y'all get the ticket, I can. So we had to turn back to them and ask them, listen, can y'all get a ticket for him? Because you're asking him to come. And he did. And he got the ticket. Then this is where the shiganit began. They did not arrange for me to stay anywhere that night. They did not arrange for anyone to pick me up from the airport. They did not arrange for bags or anything like that. My play nephews, 2 Saudi siblings by the last name of Rawali, that's a tribal family name, came through. They've been living in Riyadh. They're from the city that I first worked in. I'm sorry, they're from the city in which I first worked. They've been living here for a while. I said, I let them know that I was coming in because I'm going to be working in Riyadh for a few weeks and they're going to find a better spot for me. As a matter of fact, that's already set up. That's the good thing. My liaison looked out for me. Why am I telling you this? When Karen decides to be an ally, and I'm not talking about just Kimchi Karen, but anybody decides to be an ally to Sapphire, that alliance is brittle. Starts off that way. You let one of them find a black man that Sapphire wants or doesn't want, and it is the end of the alliance. And it's somewhat amusing because the sisters feel like whatever non-black man they can get, they should be allowed to get, although they don't even want many non-black men. But nonetheless, they still feel like they should have the option. It's about flexing options, right? So Mr. Rawali and Mr. Rawali, the siblings, hooked me up. They picked me up, fed me, housed me, all that hospitality. And I was happy about that. I appreciated that. I was glad to see them again. But because of them, I didn't have to go to the company and say, hey, hold up. Get this, get that, arrange this. Because I would have had to chase down some people to get it done. I had to pay more rent than I should have had to pay, but I was able to save from what I would have had to pay because of Mr. Rawali. Now, some of you are saying, okay, so good, you got these personal friendships, but how was that an ally to us? Well, in the context of running around looking for these apartments, the elder Rawali brother got red-pilled. And this is a man that's wanted to be black for a while. I'm kind of cracking up because he's 26. He should be comfortable in his own skin, and for the most part he is. But they're just some. Look, when we impress people, we impress them. I'm not going to go into the compliment that he paid us so casually without realizing he had done it, which is the opposite of what what happens amongst most Bedouins, where they just casually call us slaves, even without hatred. What I am going to say to you is that he got red-pilled. And now he wants to know more of what the black manosphere knows. And the thing is that he's going to want to help out more of us as we start to migrate. Some of the Muslims are going to come here, and he's going to want to be able to help them with the adjustments. When we have allies, they especially when they get red-pilled, they want to help us to escape the BS. If their own environments are not too far gone. That's what I wanted you to know. Our allies are not like Karen's allies. If you're a good person, you're not a bad addition to their country, they're glad for you to come. But if all these Sapphires decide that they're going to go to these allies' home countries, they ain't going to like it. And these ladies know that they ain't going to make it. Half the time, the ladies that are willing to ally themselves with Sapphire can't go back to their home countries. That's what I wanted you to understand. Her allies are not our allies. That's important. Our friends personally can become allies collectively. Sapphire's friends personally have to draw a boundary for their own good to a certain extent, where they don't become the allies if they're going to maintain ties to their home countries. Do you see the difference? We are not the same. This is what I wanted you to understand. That being said, thank you for listening. Again, black heart, black mind, blackout, assalamu alaikum, and black, heterosexual, non-select, male power, just cause she don't like it, and black patriarchy until extinction or judgment day. And thank you again for flying Jet Black Airways, where jet black is also a verb. We hope you keep jetting black with us until the wings and the wheels fall off. Justice forever.